Hey everyone, this is Rihanna from A Frugal Life, and today we're going to be talking about Halloween. So I know it kind of feels like Halloween is canceled this year, but trust me, it's not. There are so many activities you can still do that still involve candy, treats, and costumes. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to save on Halloween this year since we're all a little strapped with money. And then wait till the end of the video because I'm going to give you a bunch of ideas that don't involve a big party or trick-or-treating door to door. So number one, let's talk about saving on candy and treats. Typically you can get things like spider rings, pencils, pencil erasers, and little toys for way cheaper per item than you can get for name brand candy. So you can buy these things at places like Amazon or Oriental Trading Company in bulk, or if you're feeling a crunch for time, you can get them locally as well. So next I want to talk to you about your next option, which is price checking different stores. So sometimes if you live in a rural area like me, it may not be an option, but if you live in a big city, you definitely want to price check all the different stores. So you can check the grocery stores, Walmart, Target, and also discount stores like Dollar General and the Dollar Tree. The prices vary widely around this time of year, so make sure you check around at all the different stores, and if you want to, there are websites that show you all the flyers at once, so you can see what's on sale and only actually hit the store in person once. Next, let's talk about the non-Halloween aisle. So this is a big one, and I do this every year. If it's still before the actual holiday, the actual Halloween or Christmas aisle is way more expensive than the regular candy aisle. So go ahead and go check out the regular candy aisle. You may have to buy smaller packages, but oftentimes if you buy a bunch of smaller packages without the Halloween logo and the pictures on them, it's still cheaper per item than it is in the Halloween aisle. Next, let's talk about the obvious thing, which is buying in bulk. So I talked about a couple different ways you can purchase things in smaller packages, but if you have stores with bulk bins like Aldi or Winco, you might be able to get a huge bag of candy for way less. So it's not always cheaper. Be sure, again, of course, to calculate the price per item, but sometimes it is cheaper to buy big bags in bulk by pound than it is in the actual prepackaged bags. So definitely check per bulk, and actually my Winco has the little toys as well, so check to see if those are cheaper than the candy also. Next, let's talk about one of my favorite things, costumes. Costumes are so fun whether you're an adult or a child, and there are a number of ways you can save totally on costumes, sometimes even getting a costume for free. So let's talk about those items right now. When I was a little girl, most of my costumes came out of my grandma's closet, and no, I wasn't dressed like a grandma, but we would put together different items like skirts or shirts or belted dresses, or she would remake items out of fabric in her closet or her fabric stash to get costumes totally 100% free. So go online on Pinterest and Google DIY costumes and get some ideas for things you can make at home. This is great for children and adults and is a cool family project right now when we're all stuck in pandemic quarantine. Next, of course, is one of my favorite places, which is the thrift store. You know I go there weekly. The thrift store is a great place to shop for costumes, and again, check the non-Halloween aisle. The Halloween aisle at the thrift store often has a bunch of used costumes that are not in such great shape and don't even look that great. But if you've got an idea in your head about a costume that you want and you search around the thrift store, usually you can find items that are in really great shape that you can upcycle. Things like wedding dresses and prom dresses are great for little girls, and then there's also things like uniforms and firefighter costumes and all sorts of other things you can put together out of items in the regular clothing section. So be sure to check all the aisles when you're at the thrift store. I've also got a card up above with some tips and tricks on thrift store shopping that'll give you some ideas about saving money in general at the thrift store. Let's also talk about my other idea, which is swap with friends. If you have a bunch of friends with kids of the same generation, they typically have a stash of costumes in a closet or an attic or a box somewhere that their kids are done with. So the greatest idea right now would be a Zoom swap or a Facebook group swap. So take pictures of all your costumes and have your friends and family do it too that you don't want. Put them up on a Facebook group. You can do a pop-up group really easy and just offer to give them away or swap them with each other so you guys can get totally free costumes. Sometimes you get amazing costumes this way because kids like to save items that they have really sentimental value for, and then they feel great giving it to a friend or family member instead of having it go to a thrift store or a donation pile. Next is the set a budget challenge for your Halloween costume. So you can do this with just your immediate family, or you can do a group challenge online. Set a challenge amount for how much you're going to spend per costume per person, and then attempt to get under that. If you do it with a big group of people, you can offer a prize up to the one that gets the best deal, and the prize can be actually something just from your house, like a gift basket or a plate of Halloween cookies. Now let's talk about decor. We want to decorate for Halloween even if nobody's coming over, right? Halloween is fun and decorating decorating is fun. So of course we're going to talk about the DIY items. So go online on Pinterest, which is my favorite, and search for DIY Halloween items. If you search DIY dollar store Halloween items, you can also find things that have components that are really cheap. But you can also search around your house. My grandma made all our decorations for all holidays with things around the house. So you can use things like salt dough to make ornaments. You can use things in your craft bin to make wreaths. You can definitely create lots of DIY Halloween decorations just with items around your house. Next, of course, let's go back to the thrift store. So while we're there looking for costumes, we're of course going to look for decor. And Halloween decor is usually in better shape than costumes because people only put it up once a year and they're not actually wearing the items. So search in the decor section and you can get totally cool Halloween decorations for pennies on the dollar. And sometimes I'll take multiple different things and combine them. So you can pick little pieces off of different Halloween decorations and make a great big wreath or some sort of bigger decoration or centerpiece for your table. So definitely look at the thrift store for your Halloween decorations and ask the thrift store owner when their sales are going to be. So typically closer to Halloween, even at a thrift store, they'll put all of the decor items on sale. So if you're willing to wait till like a week before Halloween, you can get things dirt cheap at the thrift store. And of course, my favorite place for decor is the dollar store. So if you don't have the Dollar Tree like I do, there's probably some sort of dollar store or pound store where you live. And the dollar store nowadays has really great decorations. You can't even tell from far away that they're made of things like pasteboard. They actually look really cool in person. I have some decorations right here that I got from the store. This is a sugar skull that I got for $1 as a door hanger. It's so cool and pretty cute. And you could actually put this in like a teenager's room after Halloween. It's so pretty and it's just pasteboard. It's just $1, but it's in great condition. And of course, it's brand new. So we can't do Halloween without pumpkins, right? You need that jack-o'-lantern fix. So I do have some great ideas on Halloween pumpkins. Number one is don't purchase a kit. I went my entire childhood never carving a pumpkin with a carving kit. You can actually carve with just a regular melon knife or a small kitchen knife. If the child is old enough, of course, they can do it with your supervision alone. And if the child is younger, you probably wouldn't be giving them a carving knife of any. Let them draw the face right on the pumpkin and then you carve it or have an older child carve it. So you don't need those dull pumpkin carving tools that come in a kit. So one of the things you might be saying is the kit has templates. Well, most of the kits that have templates are pretty expensive, so you wouldn't purchase them anyways if you're being frugal. And you can get hundreds, if not thousands, of free Halloween jack-o'-lantern templates online. So you just go online and look for printable Halloween templates in Google, and you will get lots and lots of ideas. You can print them out, tape them to your pumpkin, and carve right on the template, or there are other ways to transfer the template onto the pumpkin besides just freehanding it. But those pumpkin templates are always completely free, so that's a great savings right there. Next, of course, to get the actual pumpkin, skip the patch. The pumpkin patch is always way overpriced, so nowadays you don't need to be going to a pumpkin patch anyways with COVID out. So you could drive by the pumpkin patch, you could even go into the pumpkin patch when it's not busy and take pictures, but definitely go back to the store and purchase your pumpkin. So places like Walmart and Safeway are always cheaper to purchase your pumpkin. My discount grocery store, Grocery Outlet, actually has pumpkins even cheaper than the grocery store across the street. So of course, shop around for your pumpkins. And remember, you don't have to get the best pumpkins. Sometimes the creepiest pumpkins are the ones that aren't in such great shape and are actually cheaper. And last but not least, this is not for this year, but of course for next year, is shop on November 1st. So maybe even November 5th, because when you shop after Halloween and get those items for 75 to 95% off, you can stock up big boxes worth of Halloween decor, decorations, face paint, and other things for next year. So it's not going to do you a great job right now, but don't forget to shop the Halloween clearance. I know after Halloween you don't feel like it, but trust me, when you open that box next year of items that were 10 cents on the dollar, you're going to feel great about decorating next year. So here it is. I promised ideas of what you can do besides having a party. So there are right now tons of virtual events being hosted by places like Party City, where you can play games online, you can meet with friends online, you can do all sorts of things like costume contests online. So search for virtual Halloween events. Lots of them are totally 100% free, kind of because they're trying to get advertising, but you shouldn't have to pay for an event online. The other idea is get with your parents' association at school or another club and create a Zoom online Halloween event. So you can get all the kids in a class together or bunches of friends groups or friends and family together on a Zoom and have a Halloween costume contest right online. So you still get to dress up, pass out candy to each other within the house, and you still have your Halloween party just online. And it's just as much fun but totally safe. And of course, don't forget the surprise boo. So lots of people are planning surprise boos this year. With a few items from the dollar store, you can fill tiny little bags, decorate them with Halloween stickers, put lots of candy and treats in there, and leave them on your neighbors, friends, and family porches for a surprise boo the next day. It's great to be the secret Halloween Santa. So that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to put a link up above to subscribe. Maybe here, and of course some videos over here. I'm going to put a video playlist up here that you might like on making money this time, and then a video right here that YouTube caters just for your interests. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell and comment down below with your Halloween ideas this year. Have a spooky Halloween!